sometimes you'd like to have information for some of your spatial data, but you can't actually join on attributes because there is no common key that allows you to join. For example, here I've got zoning parcels or avens, boundaries, and I'm interested in knowing what the underlying geology is of that. So I could actually run a simple spatial join. So just interested in what the individual boundaries, zoning boundaries or zoning parcels have in terms of the underlying geology. I can't do an attribute join because there's simply nothing to link them. What I can do is do a spatial join. So I'm interested in the geology that underlies zoning. So I'm interested in actually the zoning layer. So I do a join again, but this time I say it's a spatial join. I'm going to join on the geology, and now I have various options here. I can summarize the attributes. So I can do an average, a sum, a minimum, a maximum. So what I'm actually interested in here is an average one. If I have multiple geologies underlying, or I can do simply every time I do the join that if it's completely within the other layer, then it will be joined. So in this case, I'm just going to do a simple summary, the average, so the most dominant code or geology underlying a specific zone parcel. You'll have to give it a name. For example, zoning geology. It will be written to file, so this is not a temporary join. It will always write to file for you as a permanent layer. And if you open this attribute table now, you can see that this is the information from your zoning file, but right at the end you'll have your average codes. So how to do that, to read off this, you then create a join again. So you'll create a join, this time an attribute join to the codes from your geology layer or geology table. You'd like to join on the code and just keep all the records for now. And there it says, so for example, my first parcel, I can zoom to it in my view, it's got the Dustport geological formation underneath it. Now when I joined, I actually did an outer join, so I joined on my codes, and then when I said keep all records, it actually populates everything, it retains everything inside. As you can see here, this one doesn't have a value associated with it because the average code is 2.5, so it falls between number 4 and number 3, which is Dustport and Silverton. So this particular one obviously can't be assigned a code because the attributes 3.5 don't exist in the geology codes table that I had. And there'll be a few of these. To see where these are, you simply just check if there are any null values, and it will tell you. So there's actually quite a few out of this data set that don't have any geology attached to it because they've got multiple geologies in it. And you can see them here. And you can see that these are actually on the interface of the two geological formations, and that's why you would have so many in that area. So you just switch it off, you can see there's multiple geologies underlying it. And that's how you do a spatial join.